This is Sandy Jones, and I will be reviewing some of the projects that we have completed for our W540 class. I will start with the school technology plan. I am currently working for Greater Clark County Schools, which is located in southern Indiana. Most of the schools, we have 12 elementary schools in our district. Most of these schools are located in Jeffersonville, Indiana. I am currently working as a substitute teacher. I received my bachelor's degree 8 years ago, and then I decided to be a stay-at-home mother. And so just this school year, I've decided to get back into teaching. And so I applied for Greater Clark County, and I've been lucky enough to work 3 long-term subbing positions at various schools. And luckily, the schools that I have been in, they all have quite a bit of technology. Every classroom is equipped with a Promethean smartboard and document cameras, and most every classroom's had at least 2 to 3 Dell desktop computers to use as well. And at the beginning of this school year, the district implemented a one-to-one program, and each student in grades 3 through 12 received a Samsung Chromebook. And so this has been a great help with me learning the aspects of teaching students, especially in the younger grade levels, just how to navigate and search for things on the internet. I'm going to scroll down here to show the school that I have worked at most recently. I just completed a 5-week temporary position, and this school has quite a bit of adaptive and assistive hardware. A lot of things that I had never even heard of before, which I found very interesting. You can see here that there are multiple touchscreen computers, screen magnifiers, headphones, microphones, clickers, and adaptive keyboards and mice. In the special needs room, each special needs student has their own iPad, and there is a Tap It interactive display screen. And this is interesting for students with disabilities that have trouble communicating. They are able to tap the screen and communicate with students and teachers through interactive displays. They also have 4, 8, and 16 picture communication devices, and a Big Mac device, which is also similar into ways that students can visually and physically communicate with teachers and classmates. A Dynavox, which is a portable speech generating device, and the one that I found the most amazing was something called the eye gaze system, and this was for a student that had severe disabilities. He was not able to communicate by physically touching a tap screen or the Big Mac or Dynavox, and he had a device that attached to his wheelchair, and when a teacher would ask a question, he would focus his eyes on a particular part of the computer screen, and when his eyes would focus to a specific area, that would allow him to answer, and he can answer by the blinking his eyes would be similar to like clicking the mouse on the computer screen. I've seen things like this on TV, but I did not realize that our schools actually had something like this that they offered to students, which I thought was absolutely outstanding. As far as software, teachers had access to BoardMaker software, Discrete Trial Trainer, and something new that I had not heard of. This was called Judy Lynn software, and this is for students with EH needs. and Scholastic Read 180 and Scholastic System 44. And these are intensive reading intervention software programs. And the way these are set up is students will come into a classroom with a special needs teacher, and they will have, it's an intensive program where they have 20-minute group instruction with the teacher. They have 20 minutes of silent reading, and then they also work 20 minutes on a software program designed by Scholastic that has different interactions as far as spelling test, quizzes similar to reading counts, and then there's also actual physical books that the students can take back to their desk to read and review as well. And so I found that quite interesting. Scholastic has everything set up, and it's a very structured program. Each teacher also had access to McGraw-Hill software that coincides with the books, their textbooks, and something new that they're using this year in Greater Clark County, which is My Big Campus. And this is very similar to Facebook, only this is a school-based system for students and teachers. Parents have access to this as well. They are in a view-only mode. Teachers can add assignments and various resources and links for students. It also has a spot on there for students to be able to communicate, very similar to Facebook. The nice thing about this is that it is monitored by school officials so that they can cut down on cyberbullying and things of that nature. Alright, I'm going to go back up here to my professional development plan. And since I have worked in various schools over the past several months, it's been interesting to be able to participate in the staff meetings and weekly grade level meetings. Our district also offered an e-learning challenge, and this was a 15-day challenge, and each day of the challenge they offered a tech tip and some type of Web 2.0 tool, and it also asked for teachers to collaborate and communicate other ideas. So I thought that was very interesting and neat to be able to participate in. I communicated with peers in other countries by using Pinterest, Twitter, and a website called Classroom 2.0. And this website allows users to set up a profile, and then you can communicate with peers by searching through grade levels or by countries. So it's a great place to share resources with peers from other countries. I had shared my favorite, my 20 favorite Web 2.0 tools that you can access here on my website, and this is set up into a spreadsheet, and it just gives little tidbits about the tool and how it can be used in the classroom, as well as the link to the website. I did a professional development at my school for the teachers called Nearpod, and this is a really cool application. It is an interactive presentation that can be used for iOS, Android, PC, Mac, and Windows 8, and it allows you to upload files from a PowerPoint and Google Drive presentations, and what it allows you to do is put interactive things within the slides. Like you can do polls and quizzes. You can also add links to videos. You can allow students to do an interactive drawing, share websites, and also do self-guided quizzes. One of the nice things about this is that it has real-time interaction with the students, and so you can actually tell if a student is working on a particular part. There's a couple different ways that you can do it. You can allow students to work independently on their own, or you can do it as a class, as a whole class, and you can see which student is on which slide, so it kind of allows you some control as to if you want the students to be able to progress on their own or work as a whole group and go slide by slide. There you are allowed up to 10 free presentations. And let me go back up here. There is one other thing. You can add your own slides and place that in your own library, or you can shop the store by grade level or subject. There are some lessons that are ready-made, and you can just pull them up through the store. There is a link here, nearpod.com. It is a very, very interesting tool, and I highly recommend that you check that out. Alright, I'm going to go to my technology unit now, and I did a unit for 3rd grade, and it was a weather unit, and I incorporated a lot of technology within this weather unit. You can see I have a list of all the different technology that I have used within this unit. I started off by doing a pre-assessment through Google Drive, and I shared that with the students. And then I used something called Jog the Web, and this is an extraordinary site, especially if you're working with lower elementary students. Again, I was working in 3rd grade, so sometimes it's hard for students to navigate to different websites. They don't like to type in a lot of lengthy URL addresses, and so we worked on researching different things about the weather. One day we researched clouds, and then another day we did research on a particular weather event, and so I added the websites on the Jog the Web so that the students could go directly to the websites that I wanted them to be on. I had students work in groups to research a particular weather event, and at the end of the week, students presented their findings through Google's slide presentation, and the students really enjoyed being able to collaborate and work together on this project, and they did an amazing job, and so I was very impressed with their work. So please feel free to check out my website. I do have my entire unit posted at the bottom, as well as my pre and post assessment tests, and I also have rubrics for these as well. So please check out my website. Have a great evening.